Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Deep Cuts Reactions and my name's Greg, and I was going to play something I was real curious about that somebody recommended, and it's a Kev Carmody song, and it's called Droving Woman. Yeah, Droving Woman. And this is Glen Richards and Paul Kelly, who I really like, and Missy Higgins, who I just adore. But anyway, it looks like it's a pretty long thing, and it's a little live gig. So I'm curious. Let's see what it is. Droving Woman.
I was on a horse when I was 4-year-old, and I was working, helping to hold the cattle on the big watering holes while the men mustered in on the stations. Yeah, she threw me off plenty of times, that horse. You always had injury and death just around the corner. There was danger every time you got on a new horse, sort of thing. You could wind up maimed, crippled, or dead.
Droving Woman is such a long song, and Kev's original version is incredibly compelling. I mean, it goes for 8 or 9 minutes, and the same tune, like an old folk song. There's no chorus. It just tells a story in the same tune. 21 verses, but. I thought it was a really important song. I was, sending out songs for people to choose, but there was also a few songs that I thought had to be on there. And that was one I thought was really important to be on there because it's so much tied up with Kev's own story. He's from a droving family himself, so a lot of the experiences in that song are direct from his own life.
My mum had passed away, and I was just thinking, like, how can I express my admiration for Mum and, the women that I knew, from that era who had that tremendous strength and dignity. I sort of wrote it from Mum's point of view, this is the way Mum had sort of narrated or depicted.
Well, she buried him down at the edge of the town where the brick law suckers on a cemetery creek. She stood with them children in a heavy brown gown which you worn, you just can't always keep. I'm sorry I said I knew him so well, though your body is young, you just never can tell when the hand of fate brings that final death knell. She just turned with the saddest of smiles. She said from the start, where we knew it so hard, we were always dealt the severest of cards. A honeymoon spent droving, Jamishes stalked through the wildest winter you've seen. And romantic notions of horses and land, they were soon dispelled as his fantasized dream, watching cattle at night. And the midwinter cold turns a person both wiry and old. The flame of the breast, fire beating as the sun goes up, leaving miles ahead, breaking and then rolling in bed while the plans start to fight away. When the weather turns sour with the onset of rain and the truck had bogged down to the axe of Maine, up ahead, the saddles and the
He was down in Charleville, up to Julia Creek, living on syrup and damper, salted corned meat. We had nothing but the roots and the mailman to meet. We moved up and down with the rain. Now them inland skies had the starriest of nights, with the dance of the fire, throwing flickering light. The beauty of the sunsets were a constant delight. I felt nature had led me in true. The enormous vastness of them inland plains gives you a lonely contentment to which you can't put a name. It's a satisfied glow city folks seldom attain. They spend life on a right rigid rail. The kids got their schooling in the government mail. They posted their working at each cattle sale. They considered their learning a self-imposed jail. They'd rather help their father than fail.
Given a horse nobody could ride. Alert were his years with a fire in his stride. He was young and his spirit was wild. To catch him each morning was an hour-long battle, where to collar up his near side, to throw on the saddle. He'd bite and he'd strike, or he'd make my nerves rattle. Pandemonium reigned with each ride. It was a hot summer's morning at the government bar. There was stillness around that I'd never felt before. How could he know it was fate at his door that was stealthily watching his move? He mounted up quick, shaking slack from the reins, grabbed a full hand of hair from the horse's long mane. He'd just hit the saddle when the horse went insane, chanting dust in a frenzy of fear. The girl from the saddle let go with the ring. The single slipped, it was impossible to cling. The horse let it go, made a desperate fling, and he was thrown to the length of the rein. Well, I heard his spine snap like a rouge in his shot. He'd busted his back on the concrete trough. Sickness and fear were the feelings I got. For the doctor was a 6-hour drive. Well, I looked at his face and his color turned white. He turned slowly and said, I can't make it tonight. My body is broken, I'm bleeding inside, and the life slowly drained from his eyes.
I'll sell up the plant now and move into town before the winter returns with the chill on the ground. For what I have lost can seldom be found. I was blessed with the gentlest of men. Eventually the children will move to the east, but I couldn't stand the bustle of even a quiet city street. I'll stay in the scrub here where my heart really beats. Some dogs grow too old for change.
Wow, that was over 9 minutes long, and they could have gone on for a lot longer. I think I'd like to hear all the verses. Uh, Part of that I couldn't catch. I'll need to see it written down. But man, that was tremendous. Yeah, the guy's a great, great songwriter, and I don't know. Paul Kelly is just such a joy, and of course, like I say, I adore Missy Higgins, and her version or her part of the song was really moving to me, and then I thought it was so cool where with that next little couple of verses, Paul Kelly is just speaking, and Missy Higgins is singing, and it's not like they were trying to match up or anything like that at all, but it worked really well. It was really cool. Uh, and just the whole story of it's something I can relate to a lot because this is Oklahoma, and God knows we had a lot of cowboys here and all throughout the West, and yeah, it was rough. A lot of people died. It was a rough life, and it's funny to me that we have rodeos here in the U.S. and quite a few of them here in Oklahoma, and I don't know if they have those in Australia, but they're very cool, and it's just the same work that you would be doing on a ranch. It's just formalized a little bit, and it takes place in a ring, and it's tremendous. I saw in I saw in the newspaper that they were trying to ban it in areas of California because it was cruel to animals, and I'm thinking, cruel to animals? Have you ever been to a frickin' rodeo? The one it's cruel to are the people that are doing it. I mean, even something that's you can kind of say non-contact, like barrel racing. Oh my God, what a dangerous sport! You fall off that frickin' horse, and you might be okay, or you might get kicked in the head, or you might break your back. If you see those old rodeo guys, that rode broncs or did steer roping and just all the stuff, and then those crazy guys that get on the bulls and try to ride a bull. Uh, it's just insane. And you see the old ones, and they're just all busted up. It is the most dangerous sport. And I don't know if you've ever seen American football, but it's a rough sport. It's a really rough sport. And it doesn't hold a candle to rodeo. That's the roughest sport in America as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, these old guys, they've broken most every bone in their body at one point, and they just, it's a young man's sport. But anyway, that was very cool. I really enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the little bit of, you know, filming that they showed and all that. It just seems like it's so similar to the American experience that I think it's very cool. So anyway, hope you liked it, and I'll be back. So hit like, subscribe, and we'll see you all then. Bye-bye.